All right, hey y'all, welcome back to the podcast. I'm so happy y'all are here. This is a really exciting episode. I have a very special guest with me, and it's a scary. Oh my god. So, anyways, this is Joshua, and he's officially my fiance.
I am.
We are engaged.
She's taken.
It's crazy. This is crazy. I'm scared. I feel so weird announcing it to the internet because I've been keeping it a secret for so long, but we'll get all into that in a minute. But before we get into today's episode, please like and subscribe on YouTube, leave me 5 stars on whatever podcasting platform you're listening on, and let's get right into it. Okay, I'm engaged, y'all. Anyone who has listened, I've been really I haven't said anything like I'm in a relationship on the podcast.
Yes.
I've been very cold
Yes.
about it just because
Very low key.
I just felt very a conviction to just not share my relationship on the internet as boyfriend girlfriend, just because also I hate boyfriend girlfriend.
You probably said that 1 or 2 times.
I've
you never called me boyfriend.
Never. I just did not
really.
like it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I will happily say fiance, and I love that so much better. But yeah, I just felt, because I literally do social media for a living and I have my own stuff and all of the things, I just felt convicted to just not really post my relationship on the internet at all. And
That's wise.
we were not secretive about it in real life. All of our close friends and family knew, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but we literally got mentorship or whatever
guidance, counsel.
Yeah. From our pastor and his wife from the very beginning. So truly just wise counsel was really the wise counsel, and very close community. We're the only people who were speaking into our relationship up until there's a ring now. And now I just feel like I'm more free to talk about this season and everything that we went through. And that's also why I just was tired of filming podcast episodes, because I'm I just want to talk about this, and I'm tired of filming these podcast episodes building up to this in my head. Of course, y'all didn't know, but that's just kind of where we are. And yeah,
Yep.
it's been 5 days since we've been engaged, and I want to tell our story. And I was trying to figure out the best way to do it, because I want to post on my page where our engagement post is. But also, I've been getting DMs of people saying story time and blah, 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 blah. So what I'm going to do is try to link this full episode to a post on my page to send people to listen to the full story who want to know. So,
Okay.
How you feel?
I feel ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
ready.
good. I'm so excited. So we're just going to have to start from the beginning, because it's been long, and
Yeah. A lot of different things happen.
Yeah.
You want me to go or you?
I'll go.
Yeah.
So how did we meet? Let's just start there.
Yeah. So we met because I was coming to Atlanta, and my cousin, who's the pastor, he was planning a church here, and so I went to visit him about 6 months, prior to visiting. He was like, I'm going to plant church in Atlanta. You should definitely come and visit. And I was like, okay. I mean, I might. I wasn't really looking to do that. I was thinking about moving to Houston at the time. And
he's from Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm from Baton Rouge. Go Tigers.
Oh,
Yeah, don't edit it out either.
You literally read my mind. I was like, take that out.
Don't even think about it. But so my cousin called me in December, and he was like, you should come visit, or you should come worship with us. And so I think the next week I bought a plane ticket, and then
okay, pause right there. So here's how I got affiliated with the church plant. I was, a long story, if you know anything about my story, I was a college athlete I played basketball. I got affiliated with FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, while I was in college years ago. Not years ago. I'm not that old, but
That's
before 2020.
for sure.
And I graduated college in 2019, but my last few years of college, I was the FCA. I was a part of FCA my junior year, and then I was the FCA campus leader my senior year. And then after I graduated, I got job offers and stuff through FCA. Didn't take it. Moved to Atlanta for a different church. I guess 5 years ago now. Is it 2026? 2021, yeah. That's crazy. I moved to Atlanta 2021 for a different church, worked there, did a whole bunch of stuff there for 3 years or so, and also got affiliated with the FCA here in Atlanta. And I was the mentor for the female athletes for Georgia State here in Atlanta. So through FCA, we have different pastors every week come preach at FCA. And his cousin, now our pastor, came one Wednesday and preached and just loved his preaching style, loved what he preached about. Long story short, they invited me to the vision brunch for the church plant because we were still a church plant at that point. Like we hadn't launched yet. And so,
right.
Anyways, I met our pastor, his cousin, through FCA. And that's how I became part of the launch team for the church plant here in Atlanta a few months before you came or got invited or whatever.
Yes.
So Joseph, our pastor, and / his cousin, invites him down to Atlanta for our preview service. And it's so funny. We talk about this a lot, but I was on the worship team at that point. Allison, our real good friend, who's also on an episode on this podcast, was on the worship team as well. And Joseph, kind of subtly told us, my cousin's coming down to help us do worship. And me and Allison are like, okay, who is this cousin? What does he do? He didn't tell us anything. We didn't know if he played keys.
Right.
We didn't know if you sang. We didn't know what you were coming down to do.
Right. And that's how I liked it.
Yeah, so we were just like, who's this man? Anyways, so did not tell us that he actually is the most talented keys player probably on this planet Earth and can sing. And yeah, so it was just a little treat when he came down. So he comes down for the preview service and we met. So we had how the schedule went. He came down, flew in. Who picked you up from the airport? I guess Joseph.
Yeah, Joey did.
Yeah.
And basically we had
the table.
Yeah, the table.
Which is this basically fellowship thing we do in the community and we feed our neighbors, whatever.
Right. And so Joey brought me to, or my cousin brought me to
our pastor.
Yeah.
This can get confusing.
Yes. He brought me to the table basically to help, and I was there basically picking up stuff, and then
trash and
he
was being a good faithful servant. He was.
Yes. And then everybody else, of course I stayed behind to help with the trash, setting up the tents, and Victoria stayed behind because
what was I doing?
Well, y'all
in a chili or something.
Yeah, well,
we served chili that day. That's all I remember.
Well, y'all were breaking up into prayer groups to go walk the neighborhood, and you stayed back.
And I stayed back. I don't remember what I was doing though.
No, you're just probably trying to see what else could be done. Honestly,
maybe I was helping set up tables. I don't know. I stayed back for a reason.
Yeah.
Anyways,
no, go ahead.
So then we meet, me and him.
Yeah, and okay, keep going.
And it was just normal.
Yeah. We had a good conversation, a good intro conversation.
Yeah.
And so we had a good one, and then the event happened.
Yeah, and then we were just serving.
Did our own. Yeah, we were serving, doing our own thing, and then afterwards, I think either you or Allison said
we needed to practice because we had our preview service.
Yes.
That Sunday. This
right.
was
this is Saturday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday. Saturday evening.
Yeah, so we're again, still now at this point we've met the cousin, but we still have no idea anything about this guy.
Y'all don't know anything about me.
Yeah. So we're me and Allison on the side, we're should we go practice or something? We don't even And so we basically came to the conclusion, like, let's go to this other church that we were using at the time and go practice. And we went and had a great time.
Yeah, and I
Really
think
fun.
it was really fun. Like, it was, I mean, the first time really hearing either of them. I thought Victoria had a really nice voice, and Alice, I mean, both of y'all were just like very, very good. And then I was just trying to get in where I fit in. Basically, I was just as like, I only played piano. I did not. Well, actually, no, because I did have to sing Withholding Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But.
So at this rehearsal, me and Allison figure out, oh, so this is a prodigy. He can literally play any song ever. And if he doesn't know it, he just holds it to his ear and listens to it for 15 seconds and then can play the entire song. It's true. It was insane. So then we started having fun. He hates when people compliment him. Yeah. So anyways, we started having so much fun, and then we just started singing all these songs, and yeah, we really hit it off.
And it was real easy. I mean, after rehearsal, you took me to Publix to get some tea.
Yes.
Because my throat was hurting.
Yes.
And then we had like a long.
So I took him home back to Joseph / cousin / pastor's house. Mm-hmm. And we ended up having a really long conversation after I dropped him off at our pastor's house. And we literally sat in the car for hours.
Yeah, it was for a while. Yeah.
Talking about, we really talked about, we talked about the Lord a lot, church.
Like young adult life. I think,
yeah.
I'm sure we talked about that.
We talked about literally everything. I just remember a big chunk of the conversation, though. We were talking about Jesus.
Yes.
And we were talking about the church, and we were talking about
the Lord. I mean, our walks with the Lord.
Yes, we were talking about that Preston Morrison, one of our favorite podcasters. Right. I think we mentioned Jerry Flowers too in that conversation because we both love him.
Yeah.
But anyways, we talked for so long, and
it was easy.
It was very easy and like
natural.
At this point, though, super platonic, like just friends. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I shared this with him recently, and it was crazy because he got out the car, and it was just the most. I genuinely cannot explain it to you. It was just, I felt like just like a connection, but not in a romantic way. I swear. But y'all are probably gonna be like, then why'd you say this? Anyways, he got out the car, and I like kind of sat there for a minute, just processing like, who is this person? Because also in that conversation, one thing that really stuck out. Remember, I told you that you just literally knew the Bible backwards and forward.
Oh yeah.
You kept dropping like different like scriptures and stories in our conversation. I'm like, he knows parts of the Bible that I have not read or remembered. I'm like, he's like deep in the first Kings, the second Kings. And I'm like, he's like, you know that story? I'm like, not really, but like, continue. And I remember that so significantly in our first conversation that we had. And so anyways, he got out the car, and I was sitting there for a minute, and I literally said, did I just meet my husband? I said it out loud because I felt this like weird, like, the way I described it in the past, it just felt like two like little puzzle pieces just like clicking.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can describe it. So then, oh, you want to tell about Kaylin?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
That's our pastor's wife.
Yes, because when I got out the car, I was like, yeah, like this is a really good conversation. And of course, like you said, it was platonic, but like when I went into our pastor's house, Kaylin was still up. It was like past midnight.
Yeah, it was late.
She made a big deal out of it. She's like, "Oh, so you and Victoria?" And I was like,
You're like, not like that at all.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, we had a good conversation. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so yeah, that's just how we met in the first date that we met. So then after that, we were two peas in a pod, like so close. We hit it off so well, and then Allison as well, like all three of us were super duper close after that.
Very
and
close.
Me and Allison were obsessed with Josh since day one. I kid you not. We were like, oh my gosh, he is the sweetest, most precious person ever. Like, we love him. But again, super platonic.
Yeah.
Not romantically anything at all for literally months. Mm-hmm. And we were both fine with that. Not really this part is what gets fuzzy to me, because I don't even know at what point we started to shift from friends, but he still lived in Louisiana at this point.
Yes.
And so we just texted all the time, our little group message, and we talked on the phone.
I was about to say, we probably talked on the phone almost every day, or for sure at least every Sunday.
Yeah, but it still wasn't immediately. It was like maybe a month or two after we met that we started talking on the phone.
Yeah, it probably wasn't until like March.
Yeah.
March-ish, like early March. When that started
And how we started talking on the phone regularly was because he wasn't here yet. And we knew desperately we needed him to come for worship because we needed him so bad. And we needed a keys player and da-da-da-da. And he was actively applying 2 jobs to Atlanta because he, after that first visit, you also visited again, whatever.
For the launch service.
Yes.
In February.
And he felt like the Lord was like pressing you to move. And so he started applying to, he's an engineer. So he started applying to engineer jobs, whatever. And we struggled in the worship realm at the beginning. And so Josh was not here. No. And that's why every Sunday he'd probably get a call from me. I'm like, Josh, today we blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, literally.
And I would just tell him like worship wise, like how we were struggling and how bad we needed him. So that was like how we kind of got into that rhythm of like calling. And not all Sundays were bad. Sometimes I'd call him and be like, I mean, it was okay today, better, but like still need you.
And I was really trying to get there. And I know y'all wanted to have me for Easter too.
Yes.
But like I was currently like, I guess, worship pastor. You call it like a worship pastor, but at actually my dad's church in Louisiana. And
his dad's a pastor, fun fact.
Yes.
He's a PK, everyone.
I am.
All the PKs in the comments. I relate. No, I'm just kidding.
But I couldn't like leave because there just wasn't a substitute. And so like, but I did feel like the Lord was calling me to go to Atlanta. And so I was like steady, looking for jobs and just being like, hey, like just trying to see, which door would open. But Victoria would call me like a lot of Sundays and just report to me on the worship. Yes. And I would wish I could be there. Ugh. But like I couldn't. I just had to like watch from the sidelines. And y'all we still don't record, but like y'all didn't like, I couldn't see what was going on.
Yeah, we didn't have a live stream at that point.
Right. And
so anyways, he starts applying to jobs. He gets a job and moves to well, it was like towards the end of like April, May, I think, when we kind of started like, I don't know, like shifting is the word, I think.
I'll say April, because I remember probably April, somewhere in there where things started to turn romantic. Also,
the reason why, so me and Josh, we became really good friends in these like 5 months. And I had never dated a guy like Josh before, which is also why I was like not immediately thinking romantic, and by like, I just mean like I have been with just more extroverted, like, I don't want to say bigger personality, because you have a big personality, but like,
just you like more
describe it.
I mean, maybe like more expressive or
like
not
outgoing.
Yeah, outgoing is probably.
Yeah. And I don't know, Josh was just like so introverted, but that was one of the reasons why we hit it off so much. Because I told him anytime I meet an introvert, my like goal is to crack them open because they're so like reserved. Yes, and I'm like, I know they are any introvert I meet, I know they're a layered onion with so much substance on the inside. And so that's why when I met Josh, I was like, I gotta crack him open. And then he was just so sweet and so easy to talk to. And so anyways, I guess in the fantasies, here's a side tangent. Sorry, I'm trying not to preach. I really just want to
tell the
story. But side tangent, this is why now anybody that is single, I give the advice to please start praying now that the Lord will prepare your hearts and minds for what he has for you and not the fantasies that you've made up. Because I truly feel like it would have been so much easier for me to like just completely run to Josh if I didn't have all these fantasies made up in my head that the Lord never even had for me. And anyways, once I finally started praying that all the way, and I was, and the thing that also, that really started, okay, let me just take this step, is he literally has the best character of a man I've met in my entire life. Like, I am genuinely not saying that because now we're together, but when we were friends, I was saying this about him. And that's what like made me take the step. And I don't know, I just started to realize that I was kind of just like an idiot for not even trying.
You're not an idiot.
Sorry, you know.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, just like, why would I not give this incredible man a chance? You know? So then when I started to shift my mind to that and not everything that I just thought that I would end up with, which is, he's better. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just these stupid little thoughts and the way that you fantasize over crap ever since, you know, you're a little girl and it's just like, this is dumb. Isn't it a sin to fantasize? Or something.
Yeah, or like lust, or like, not lust, but like covet.
Maybe. I don't know. What I was doing was not right.
Idolize.
Maybe idolize is the word.
Maybe
but
so.
anyways, this is why just don't do that. And if you have a picture of in your mind of what you think your future should look like, just throw it away and ask God to show his face and make his desires your desires. Okay. Anyways, once I finally, you know, kind of got over that, like, whatever, he gets a job, moves to Atlanta, and then there was still a little bit of back and forth romantically because he was scared and
I was, I mean,
and I still was not sure, and it was just this like tug for a little bit.
There was, because I think, like, from my perspective, I also had not met anyone like Victoria, and so like,
he means sassy. I'm just kidding.
I'm
kidding.
But
just like fiery and like huge personality and da.
Yeah, and so there's like, from my end, there was some getting used to that.
Yeah,
and like learning, like, and me having to grow on some things myself too.
Yeah,
like, and so like, I think that was kind of like where the hesitation was.
Yeah,
and
he's like, can I deal with this? Let me not call me a name. I was about to call me a psychotic girl, but I'm not psychotic. No. I don't know.
You just
I just have a big personality. Yeah. And he is just, we're opposites in literally every way. We'll get to that point. But anyways, so yeah. He comes, moves to Atlanta. Didn't ever say this. He was here for a few weeks. We were going back and forth, tug of war, And then like one Sunday after church, we always eat with our community after church. So we went to eat dinner. And one day, and he like called me in his car or asked if he could talk. And like sort of confessed his feelings, like hardcore, of like, I can't shake what I'm feeling. Like, you want to speak for that?
Yeah, I mean, it was
because you were praying so hard that the Lord would take your feelings away or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was asking him, like, Lord, basically, you know, if I shouldn't mean this, like, take my feelings away or whatever.
You shouldn't what?
Like, if I shouldn't move forward with this or like, try and like take my feelings away, and I couldn't really shake them, and like, so I was like, I need to like. I was like, I need to go for this.
Yeah.
Go for you. And so that was really what it was. And I was like, yeah, like and the thought of you like being with another guy as well was just like irritating. I was like, bro.
Oh, yes, I forgot. We had something. Well, he thought that I had something with another guy, and he was just a friend, and he kind of went, not crazy, but like... I was like, he was like, just texted me a lot. And I was like, are you good? Like,
yeah, no, I was, that's not good. That's not good.
Understand.
But,
but anyways.
Yeah.
So that happened. And then I think you like asked me out on a date shortly after that.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was June 6th, June 16th.
Sometime in June. And then we went on a really long walk because I love my walks. And then we went to get Jenny's on the Beltline, and it was fun. It was cool. Like, I think chill. It was chill. Like, we were just like friends, and we were just, I don't know. I think also for me, here's another thing. I think that we just think that we're so ready to get married, and like, lo and behold, we're just like not ready at all. And so that also was a reality check for me. I've been begging. I mean, anyone who listens to this podcast knows I have been begging for a husband and like
yeah.
single for so many years. Lord God, please. Oh, it was terrible. But, and then I've been living on my own for so many years now. And like, I don't know. I just thought I was ready to be a wife. And, but then when he came, it was like such a mind like shift for me. And I like, my nervous system was like in shock. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I just feel like my whole world was turning upside down. At this point, I was single for 7.5 years, I think. Or maybe 6.5. A long time.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm thinking about the
2019?
2019. Yeah. Or 2025. Yeah. So 6-ish years.
Yeah.
And I barely count that 2019 relationship. That was, let me stop.
Yeah.
I don't want him to watch it.
No,
He won't know. He's like long gone. Yeah. But different state, 2 states away. Anyways, so single for very long. So anyways, I just was not also mentally ready to just like hop into a relationship and get married in 3 months and become a wife. My mind had to catch up with my heart. It was warfare, bro. It really was. Yeah. And so we went on a few dates and then we fasted and prayed. We went on like 4 dates. So like 4 weeks in a row. And, we fasted and prayed and we asked the Lord. Oh, so this was what our pastors helped us with. Because we also had so much fear. Because we had these beliefs about dating of like, we should know immediately. And then our pastor and his wife, and then another couple in our church, basically was like, that's not how that works. Like, you need to date to discern. And that is how you figure out if you're going to marry this person or not. So, we fasted and prayed. And I did not tell Josh this until the day after the fast, but I went to get my nails done with Kaylin, our pastor's wife. And so another significant thing with me and Josh going on dates, we kept seeing rainbows.
Yeah.
That was crazy. We saw a rainbow every single time we were together. And it was just like so casual, and we'd just be sitting in the car talking, and he'd be like, oh, look, a rainbow. And I'm like, oh, is that ready?
Right.
So I told Kayla, I really felt like that rainbow every time me and Josh were together was the Lord. I swear. So then I was telling Kaylin about that when we were getting our nails done shortly before we fasted and prayed. And Kaylin was like, girl, during the fast, like, pray and ask the Lord to send a double rainbow. And I was like, okay. So I did not tell Josh that, and we fasted and prayed for 3 days if we should move forward. What did you feel during the fast?
I felt like the first day, I really do feel like I heard continue. I was still nervous though. Yeah. But I feel like I remember because the Monday after that Sunday when we agreed to go on the fast, it felt like as soon as I woke up, it's like I heard continue, like as in like keep going in this direction, like keep going, and so I heard that, and even though I still had some, some fear, like I felt like that was the direction to go in.
Yeah. So me and Josh, so we're doing worship together. He's living in Atlanta at this point a few months now. And we go to worship practice the day after the fast. And we leave the church. One of the Monica girl on worship team, she's not here anymore, she moved away. She's like passed. She's just in a different state now.
Yeah.
With her family. But she literally was like, look, a double rainbow.
Yeah.
The day after the fast. I can show y'all the proof. I took a picture of it and I started freaking out.
Yeah, that was crazy to me.
Josh, that is literally what I asked God for before the fast. If we should move forward towards marriage, to send a double rainbow. I cannot make that up, y'all. I have picture evidence.
Which is crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was already freaking out. Then I explained to Josh like why the heck I was freaking out so crazy. And then that's when he started freaking out. He was like, what? I was like, ah. Anyways, it was a whole moment.
I was puzzled.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I was like, what in the world?
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
So then a day or so after that, a few days after that, I don't remember, but Josh asked me to be his girlfriend. And we started dating. Now, will I lie to y'all and say that it was easy at first? It was not. Because we both still were battling like thoughts of like, oh my gosh, is this right? Like, the biggest one was, is this Lord's will? Is this Lord's will? Is this
Right.
Lord's
We
will?
were
Is this Lord's will?
very nervous about that.
Yeah, and we just didn't want to make a mistake, and like
Right.
it was mental turmoil at the beginning, if I'm being honest. But that's why we started to get mentorship so early from our pastor and his wife, and they always brought us back down to reality of like, y'all are okay. And what's your perspective on that time?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just were both so concerned. Like, we were afraid, like, we were either out of God's will or, like, disobeying. And just, like, we had a hyper, I mean, fixation is probably not the best word, but, like, just, we were really concerned. Like, we don't want to even go forward if the Lord is like, this should not be. And go ahead.
And so Kaylin also would always be like, did y'all forget the double rainbow?
Oh, yeah.
She would always say that. And I'm like, but it's like these thoughts that just like, I don't know. They just come and.
Yeah. And
it was from a pure place. Because like genuinely, we don't want to disobey God.
Like, that's really what it is, like, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so, but we had, I think it was a Sunday, we sat down with Joy and Kaylin.
Yes.
And they were able to, like, really help us and, like, remind us of how God sounds.
Yes.
And that he doesn't prod us from behind or, like, try to lead us by fear, anxiety, and, like, just a lot of those things, like, reminding us of how he speaks. And that really helped us.
That was also why I was very, like, not putting my relationship on the internet, because I'm like,
there's no reason.
First of all, one thing about me, I will always show up authentically on whatever I post. And I was not about to be like, boyfriend, and like, we're so happy and everything's amazing. Like, no, I'm not doing that, because we were trying to navigate through false beliefs and false doctrine that we had believed about the Lord and dating. And we were still trying to learn each other, because like I said, we are literally so opposite. And he didn't expect to be, oh, that kind of sounds bad, but like expect to end up with a girl like me. And I, didn't expect to end up with a guy like him. But like, one thing Joseph and Kaylin kept telling us was how beautiful it was that we were together, because his strengths were my weaknesses and my strengths are his weaknesses. And together it helps us as individuals, like, form a more complete picture of Christ. Yes. If that makes sense, as individuals.
Yeah.
Because I had to adjust to how he is. He is so sweet and gentle and soft, and I am not. And I'm so, like, just, I don't know, the opposite of that, and he's not. And so, anyways, not like in a bad way. I just don't know how to describe me.
Well, I mean, like, you are sweet. So, like, I think when we first met, you were definitely, like, just very easy to talk to and chill. And, like, you've always had a soft spot for me.
Yeah, that's true. Like, not for everyone.
Yeah. But, but, like, I think, yes, I think the things that, like, we were drawn to each other initially because of how opposite we were. That's true. In some ways, like, you being more talkative, me being more of a listener. I think when romance got added into it, we had to then face the things about ourselves that were opposites that had the potential to clash.
Yes.
And just, like, so there's like, so there, I mean, it's still ongoing, like, us continuing to learn each other. And, like, I think we just had to navigate a lot of that, and, like, oh, like, okay, this is how, like, we may have a little bit of a different communication, style, or, like, I'm
very loud and, like, a little boisterous.
Yes.
And he's
and
like,
I'm very, very chill.
Like, soften your voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I grew up in a house where we yelled all the time. That was very hard for me, but I'm getting better.
You are. And it's just like, but it's like, when you really like and love a person, you're going to be willing to, you're not going to have the mindset like, this is just who I am.
Yeah.
And, like, oh, you going to deal with it. Like, no, I'm not. But, like, it's out of love and respect for that person. And, like, okay, like Victoria needs me to communicate this way or do these things that I'm not used to, or maybe I'm not like naturally wired toward in
Yeah.
doing. And like, I want to adjust for her because I love her and because I want to be the best man I can be for her.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would say the same thing.
For sure. Because anytime I would raise my voice, and it's not like I'm yelling at him, it's just sometimes I just speak loudly or maybe aggressively, but like still not directed towards him. It could be about a situation. It could just be about anything. It's just naturally I'm just like, right.
Yeah.
And so, and then sometimes I like look at his face and I'm like, I'm sorry. And like, because I know he needs like that gentleness and like that softness, I like try to like adjust to him. But it's not in a way of like we're changing each other. It's that honestly, it's just areas of growth that we both just needed to grow in, and it took the other person to like kind of like
to bring it out of
because I've never been challenged in just like being loud and crazy.
Yeah, which is and but but it's like to your point, it's not like we're not changing who we are at our core.
No, because Josh,
we're growing.
Yes. Sorry, I mean to interrupt you.
No, you good.
Josh still gives me so much freedom to just be whoever I want to be, whenever I want to be. And he just sits back and laughs and just watches me be crazy.
Right.
And he loves that about me. So, so it's not changing who I am to the core.
No.
But it's just like adjusting communication styles when it needs to be adjusted. And like you said, not being stuck in that this is just who I am type mindset.
Right. And I think, I mean, that's one thing also that, I mean, I feel like we probably knew this even before we started dating, but we just like both growth-minded people.
Yeah.
And so like that whole, like just being like, and we are willing to walk in humility and not just be like, well, you need to, adjust to me, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or
I really think that is, I give credit to the Lord for that, because I just feel like not all Christians are growth mindset, but I just think that, I don't know, we just are not naive enough to think that like we're good and like we have it all together. Like we sit with the Lord every morning, like individually, and the Holy Spirit will convict me on XYZ. And I'm like, maybe, and it's just like, I don't know. I just felt like neither one of us were in a mindset of like, we're holier than thou, or we are righteous, whatever, in the Lord. But like, I don't know. I just felt like that was the Lord that gave us growth mindsets. And if we didn't know him,
then we
could easily fall into that,
the pride. Yeah. And no, I don't think any relationship will survive.
No,
pride.
I don't think so either. That's why divorce rate's 53%.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to our story. Now we're great. It was just maybe that like adjusting to each other was hard the first, like, I don't know, like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But we got engaged on month 10 and a half. Yeah. Which was this past Saturday. And now we're fine. I mean, we argue and like not frequently, but
we're still
learning each other, and like it's not perfect. Like I don't ever want to. I think one of the most toxic things about social media is trying to portray this super perfect couple relationship, and I think that is so harmful. And I never want to be that person. And I just want to. I feel like for the Lord to get glory through us and our story, like we need to be honest and we need to be authentic. And I think that Josh has helped me grow more into the woman that God is calling me to be. Yeah. And I just think that part of those growing pains was just adapting to someone so different. But like I said, now we're great. Sometimes we disagree, but we've also gotten so much better at conflict resolution, and hopefully we will continue to grow in that as we take steps forward in marriage. But like seriously though, me and Josh do have the best time together. Like we just kumbaya. We are so chill.
We don't really be outside like that for real. We're just in the house.
And if we're outside, nothing. I'm probably going for a long 4-mile walk. Yeah. And he might join. Sometimes he's at the gym with his guys, whatever. But I wanted to talk about our weekly check-ins. One thing that really helped our relationship grow. once a week on Thursdays, we do our relationship check-in, and we ask what can we do better in this week, like serving one another. How can we, what did we do well this week? How can we be better? What did we do well? And then we pray.
Yes.
And because Josh, and also not to mention, we've said this from the jump when we met Josh. Josh is truly the most humble man I have literally ever known. Like, it is crazy. Just like you could say, Josh, like, you should do this better. And he's like, okay. Like, he just listens. It's crazy. I mean, it truly blows my mind just how great of a listener he is, and how he's just so eager and willing to grow. And he definitely is more, he receives constructive criticism better than I do, because I might be like, okay, whatever, but he's just so like immediately like, okay, like I hear you. And in our like weekly check-ins, we started that very early on in our relationship. And I do feel like that's one of the reasons why we're really great now, and like we have grown so much as individuals and as a couple because of that. But that is also not I'm trying not to give advice, because I'm like, we're still learning and growing, but like that is something I really advise everybody to do, is do a weekly check-in, because we even did it today, and he did so many great things this week, and I was able to tell him like, you did all of XYZ so well this week. But if we would have waited a few weeks, I would have forgot it all.
Right.
And so, anyways, I think that has been very helpful for us to do the weekly check-ins.
Yeah, and I think like, because it creates a safe space also to be able to have like, to be able to affirm each other, and then also to be able to have like conversations about harder things.
Yeah.
In a safe place, and where you're not being attacked. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for me, like you said, I've helped you, grow more into the man or the woman that you feel like the Lord's calling 100%. You to be. I would say the same for you with me, as well as like learning to use my voice more.
Yeah.
And like, but in those conversations, it's like I've just never been someone that has been great at voicing if I need something, or if something is bothering me. And so having those weekly conversations has helped me to grow in that. And
I'm about to cry.
I don't
Getting
know.
emotional, like.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think like it's just so important, because you don't, you have to communicate, and then you don't, like, you just don't know, like, it's just good to check in,
That's what, you can tell me if I can't share this, but that's one thing I felt so passionate about Josh. I'm literally getting emotional. I don't know what's going on. Also, that's one thing. Josh is like the biggest therapy advocate you'd ever meet, and he makes me
10%.
He tries to like make me deal with my emotions and stuff, which is so annoying. So that's why I cry a lot now. But
It's so annoying.
I was about to say, at the beginning, I really felt this conviction from the Lord in our friendship, to like, I just never wanted to silence Josh. And I just knew that there was just like this voice in him that I just always just felt like this push to just like, I want to help you get it out. And I don't know, I just felt that from the very beginning. And so it even exacerbated in our relationship of like, I never want to silence you. Like, please use your voice with me. And yeah. And so anyways, I'm just glad to hear you say that, because that is something that I personally have felt from the Lord of like, your voice is special, and like, I know you're more quiet, but like, get it out, like I want you to speak up. I want you to use your voice. And the Lord uses him and speaks through him and plays through him and sings through him. And I just think that it is a tactic of the enemy to keep him to try to not use his voice. But anyways, that's just something that I just really felt a conviction from the beginning of like pushing you to like use that more.
I appreciate that, because, and I would say like, the Lord has really, I guess, increased my voice, and like, that's all. I mean, it's been like even just growing up,
Yeah.
I always kind of struggled with that some, and I think that you have definitely been helpful, instrumental, and like helping me to grow my voice and just, you know, uh, just be more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Because I do think that there are things that the Lord, well, not think, I know that there are things that the Lord has called me to do that like involve that. And so
That is very true.
yeah.
So yeah, now we're engaged.
Yep.
That's pretty much. I mean,
Mhm.
also, I am not a mushy gushy person. So
No, she's not. She's really not. Not really.
and anyways, that's one thing we've had to face recently of like not like judgment, but just like you don't know our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I'm not like mushy gushy, like, and I'm a little bit more mushy gushy behind closed doors. I just don't like publicly. I'm not the most mushy gushy person.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like me and Josh just really do have a very special relationship, and I really genuinely do feel like at the end of the day, like we really truly are best friends. Like we do everything together, and I don't know, we just have so much fun together, and like we just laugh, and like we're goofy, and we watch goofy dumb stuff together, and we do goofy things together, and we just enjoy each other. It's just the easiest.
It doesn't really take.
I don't know how to describe it, honestly.
I mean, I don't think we really have to do that much to like have a good time or enjoy each other.
No. But I will say too, in the beginning when it was hard, I think our friendship saved this relationship at the beginning because we were such good friends first. Where it's sometimes even if like the thought of like the relationship not working, I'm like, I don't want to lose my friend.
Yeah,
and so
literally.
we like end up like
going for it anyway. Like, literally, it was like there's no way I could not imagine not having Victoria in my life or like definitely not losing. I was like, no.
That's why I told him by month 4, 5, 6, I was like, sure, because at that point it was so ingrained in my head where I'm like, I actually genuinely cannot picture my life with anyone else at this point. Yeah. And that's why I was ready for a ring by then. But, you know, he's a slow burn man, which was a point of tension at the beginning of this relationship.
It was.
I learned to adapt. But, but yeah, I think that was huge when I realized I started to not be able to picture myself with anybody else. And I was ready to lock it down. But, you know, he's the one that had to get on his knees. So I still have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, that's literally it. Is there anything else we should share? That's our story.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
I literally I didn't force him, but I was like, we're filming the podcast today. I need to tell everyone how we met. And he's like, okay. Hooray, we're engaged. Look.
Yay.
Look at the ring. That's crazy. I have imposter syndrome, y'all.
It is crazy.
It's so sparkly and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful. The Lord does miracles. We were at worship practice tonight, and at one point we were singing More Than Able. And what part of that song that talks about miracles? When did I start to believe?
The verses.
Doing miracles, He does miracles. When you said that, I looked down at this ring and I said, "This is a miracle." Mm-hmm. Only my single girls know the dating pool is terrible. Sorry, not to trash on men, but he hates that talk. Mm-hmm. I love men, truly. But I mean, you know, the dating pool is not the best right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to find a man of God out here in these streets.
That's fair. Anyway,
so this is a miracle, and I praise Jesus Christ of Nazareth for it. And Zabby.
Me too.
Yay. Okay, that's the end. Bye, y'all.